Dude, Wrenn and Six on turn 2. Have we broken the format? Lands to cast Wrenn and Six and Wrenn and Six. Yeah, I'm a sucker for Glimmer of Genius, so hopefully that card is good. No, I haven't done a prediction for this one. Are we getting Tails Ended? Again? It's worse. It's worse than Tails End. Well, we lose the game, maybe, if we just... This is devastating. Am I shooting for going for the next PT? Yeah, I'm trying to will it into existence. I mean, I would love to go to the next PT, but I just like don't think there are very many PT queues before then. Like, I just don't see them in like the Magic Online, you know, tournaments tab, and so it's hard to qualify if there aren't many tournaments that will qualify you for the event, of course. So if I'm able to play in tournaments, which I really would love to be able to do, I'll definitely try to go again. Don't think I'm super into jamming Wrenn or Dryad into Cryptic Mana, so I'll play the 3 mana Spiral instead of the 2 mana one. I probably want to hold the Field of the Dead because they have Field of Ruin. Got an ultimate there to Fairy any second now. Yeah, we really got hit with Shadow of Doubt. It's awesome. Yeah. Now I'll just jam, I think. Sometimes you gotta get lucky like that. If this was Ross would get Cryptic to you 100% of the time. Although I might get Shadow of Doubt again. Nope. Things are just going to start going right for me. You have a shark? I probably should concede, right? Guess we can play it out. Yeah, I'm glad you deck 5 out, mister. I'm sure it's a good feeling. It's so close to ultimating. Don't do it. Close one. Have Mana Leak on top. Kind of want to play... I can't play Omnath into Dryad. I can't... Can I play Omnath into Spiral? I can. What is my opponent's hand? They didn't path in response to the trigger? Weird. So we can make 1 zombie here. It's probably fine. We have Wrenn and Six, so this doesn't really matter that much, right? You don't have backup Wrenn now. They have a second shark. We have Force of Negation for some protection. Of course. It's very good here. Force of Negation. Out of basics. Was Simic Klepto garbage? I don't know. I kind of feel like if you want to build it blue-green, you probably play Narset, Utopia Sprawl, and Arbor Elf, and then you can Karn for Puzzle Box. And then you can maybe splash red for like Shenanigans and Blood Moon, but I don't know if I'd go as far as say it was garbage. It was a Dono deck, Chief. I don't know if you knew that. I don't have another basic. Pathing a Zombie is pretty good for me, though. I mean, my other cards resolved. I mean, we know they have Mana Leak. Even if it was like 3-2. We went 3-2 with it. I just don't. I'm not sure exactly how good. I think we actually want to make sure we get double Dryad triggers. So yeah, let me play this and then play Field of the Dead. Guess they have another path, which they definitely could have. I guess it's not double. It's just one. We also don't get to escape Uro. If we Wrenn and Six, do we get to escape Uro? No, because we have this stupid planes. Yeah, I guess we just killed. Yeah, I think we just killed the shark. You can flow mana. Yeah, but what are we doing with the mana? Oh, I was supposed to ping first. It's fine. Pay for Mana Leak. Yeah, I think this is the line because we need to play Field of the Dead this turn. They also they have Mana Leak and 2 other cards, so like we're really likely to be able to get 3 zombies in play with this line. Just 2 mana. Wrenn and Six is great because it lets you put a card at the graveyard. Yeah, I mean, even against another shark, I think this is fine. Then it's Mana Leak, 2 other cards. There can be 3 other cards if they want to. They decide to try to go for the ultimate. Playable modern card. Minusing here, so if they minus on the zombie, we can attack the Teferi with the zombie, then minus again. Another playable card. How do you have Hieroglyphic Illumination and Frantic Inventory in your deck? How do you find room? $21 lands. Probably. I think we're sending both at Jace here. So they're going to Terminus. Then we get to Dryad. This should be very difficult for them to interfere, and we get to kill Jace and Teferi. We can also deal them. We can deal them 12. I just want to kill their planeswalkers. Unlock my hand. Oh, we also get a handful of zombies, like a healthy amount of zombies. I'm pretty sure I have 2 fetchable targets left. Yeah. I'm gonna Force of Negation first, because if they have a counterspell, we just get to remand our Force and then Force again. We have 1 more fetchable target. But but I think they're exactly dead. It's awesome. Good first showing. Although at a certain point, the stuff just started resolving and it never stopped resolving. My opponent like Mystic Sanctuary Mana Leak, which I thought was pretty bad. Playing for time, I see. I gotta play for time. Okay. Oh, they were typing out well played. I'm an asshole. I think I like bringing a Needle for Jace. It's Fairy. Forest and Veil. Maybe just play one Needle. Is this Dryad and Valakut but no Titan? Yes. Just kind of just trying to play Dryad as like, you know, this kind of controlling card that is just machine gunning down your opponent with Valakut. And you know, one thing I have noticed about playing these decks in the past is Wrenn and Six gives you all the land drops you could possibly hit, but sometimes you're like just flooding out and you have so many lands in your hand, and Dryad, you know, puts these lands into play, which is nice. And then you just kind of get to play, you know, kind of a controlling game without being in on the 6-drop Titan. Play Hour of Promise instead. It's 5 mana. 29 lands, by the way. Fran, I have 29 lands on my deck, but I didn't draw any. What do I do? Is Snare nice here? Yeah, Snare's good against them. They probably have like 10 2-drops in their deck. Main phase Frantic Inventory is a line. Like, what? I don't know. Don't know what that means, honestly. Actually, I think I'm gonna play Wrenn with Veil up. Fair. It's crazy. I'm just playing, just resolving everything. Fair enough. They probably could read Veil of Summer too, I'd imagine. They get back Purge. Okay, we can play around that. It only hits Wrenn and Six. I guess it's Omnath too, actually. Yeah. Gross. Gross. Do I just play it anyways? I guess so. Feels bad though. It's like they don't have that many targets for Purge. Immediately draw one. But we can remand the Purge on their turn, and like they don't necessarily have a second white. They also may wait on the Purge. Just ping them. I don't think that's super relevant to ping them. It's a little relevant for sure. It's like you just, you know, assuming it survives, the Rimblem is so much stronger, I think. Let's see what we draw. Not gonna aggressively crack this Field of Ruin. You can use it to shuffle a Mystic Sanctuary and get an extra zombie, but I think leaving up the option is nice. And we get to Hour of Promise with Veil of Summer up, which is a pretty good turn, and I guess now we just have a second hour. So this is like not very likely to work against an opponent with 6 mana and 5 cards, but we'll see. Looks like a Logic Knot. I haven't seen a Logic Knot in a long time. Opponent casts Counterspell. I cast Veil. And it resolves. What is in my opponent's hand? Aether Gust? It's gotta be Aether Gust, right? So we get Fields of the Dead for sure. Kind of want to get Oboro. We get double Valakut with the next hour. This is just going to make sure we're triggering zombies every turn. Can't believe that resolved. Kind of shocked. Good draw, I think. At least a fine draw. I think you should get Valakut. We already have one in play, sorry. Valakut fetch land. Twitch is down. I was wondering why my viewers were like freaking out. I'm still live though, right? Works on mobile. I feel like this has been happening a lot lately. I wonder if the VOD is gonna get broken up or not. I was a little worried, like, oh man, I'm losing all my viewers. I guess everybody hates the Uro deck. This hand's great if we draw fetch land. We're a 29 land deck. A mulligan though. See, his hand's way better. And probably putting back Steam Vents. And playing Valakut on turn 1. You on Xbox, I'm done with me. I do prefer PlayStation to Xbox. Not that I like believe in the console wars. I just like own an Xbox that was a gift to me from my mom back when I like wasn't even into video games. Pitching Uro is weird, but I think we have to. Forced Inquisition pitching Uro, but we just need this Wrenn and Six so badly, it's crazy. Sultai. Hey, Tarmogoyf. Oh no. Getting a Hallowed Fountain here. Do we path now? Because I could have stub. I guess we can pay for stub. Path on upkeep. Yeah, I do like the Xbox One controller a lot, but just I had an Xbox One and I just saw like amazing PlayStation exclusive after amazing PlayStation exclusive come out. I'm like so jealous constantly. Liliana. Okay. Scourge. Well, Omnath is pretty good against Scourge. Although we don't get to gain life immediately. We're probably not dead if we play Omnath. Maybe famous last words. It's also like, I feel like kind of likely that they can't kill Omnath either. We can take 9. We can take 11. Think I never took 11 before? So we fetch on 5, gain 4 up to 9. This is still an 11-11. Just plus. And then I'll leave the Omnath back to chump in case they do have a counter spell. Well, they do. But we are not dead. In fact, they kind of have to attack this Wrenn. Do they have a push as their last card? Pretty good. Good line. So I have a path. Yeah, we can pull out of this perhaps if they have nothing, but not beating anything. I'm also only playing one Sanctuary, so we can't Sanctuary back path again. We're dead. Cool game, Sultai Shadow. Oh, they failed to find. Yikes. Feels bad. Probably still dead anyways. At least that's what I'll tell myself. I cut a Cryptic too. Seems like our matchup gets really good post board. Let me know when Twitch comes back up if you guys are able to find out. We could maybe get basic Forest, that way we could ping a Scourge, but it's probably a bit loose. It is interesting to see Scourge in a Sultai list that doesn't get to play many aggressive 1-drops, you know? And I'll play around Stub on the Spiral. No, I won't. Oops. Stream just cuts every 3 or 4 minutes. Weird. There's nobody's here to see me play like this. Scourge. Okay, fire. Wishful thinking. Yeah, I guess I get Breeding Pool because we have the Cryptic in our hand over Temple Garden for white. So we need to find white anyways. If we can find like Hallowed Fountain, that's so much better. They have no follow-up threat, although this is a 5/6 Goyf. And our draw is so bad. Really need that Wrenn and Six, which is maybe going to be a recurring theme with this deck. Really needed that Wrenn and Six. Alright. Gonna get Just Guy Triome. Hard to imagine my opponent not having a counter spell here, but it could be a stub that can't counter Omnath. I think that's just like what we have to hope is the reality we live in. Seems like possibly the case. Trophy. No, this is exactly 6 power and we can't purge it. Bummer. I guess we still can draw a card. We can still draw a path, so I'll see if we draw that. Very close game. I mean, I don't know. I mean, their mana is... It's not terrible, but I don't think I would call it good. I've played a decent amount of these decks, and the mana does not come together a decent amount of the time. Sounds pretty good though. And we're playing as the terrifying Raging Ravine. I mean, I get it. These decks are really frustrating to play against. And I also think that they probably need a nerf, but there's like I feel like there's like this perception online at least of that Modern is so warped that you have to play Uro Omnath or Blood Moon, and like there's just no other reasonable deck, and that just isn't true in my experience. But it does feel like that is a pretty common perception. Well, we can't play Dryad into that, I guess, or at least we can't play Dryad into that without also fielding. To you, it's Uro or Race Uro. Yes, to some extent. I think there are some exceptions, but I agree that it's hard to outgrind a deck that contains every good grindy card in Modern. I get it. But no one said that you had to. And like the grindy decks are much worse against linear strategies compared to other control decks. So if you play other control variants, you're going to be better against the rest of the field and worse to 4-color. While 4-color is like soft to a lot of the linear strategies and the Blood Moon mid-range decks. Which doesn't feel like the worst place to have a format be either. Awesome. I know that this is a fetch land, which triggers, but I think we need to get a Jeskai Triome really badly for our mana. We don't quite get... We can trigger field if we draw Uro or Spiral, I guess. We can also just Dryad with Remand up. I think that's the play. Go Dryad. Snow-covered islands. Hallowed Fountain tapped. Gotta get those differently named lands, of course. We know Liliana, we don't know any other card in their hand. My opponent attacks. They can just ping the Dryad, probably just take the 3. Although now they can't ping Dryad. The Rimblem plus Bolt will be tough, but Omnath can gain a ton of life. And Rimblem is grindable usually if they don't have the Wrenn still in play. So if my opponent attacks with both Bloodbraid Elves, could have push. Okay, they just don't attack. Easy then. So here's a handy tip. Play Omnath before triggering your landfall cards. That'll be $5. This is going to be a slightly above average turn here. It's going to be a slightly above average turn. Didn't even get to show the Uro. So they're going to be planning on boiling us, I suppose. We're going to play like 2-path, no Remand. Kind of quietly, I'm liking Force of Negation. Maybe we just play no path, just play Purge and Gust. Like Tarmogoyf is like super beatable anyways, and that's like their only good path target anyways. We have Gust for Goyf. Just ignore it. Don't think I need explosives. Excuse me. On the draw, we have a Spell Snare against John. Brings back good memories. Definitely going to be soft to boil this game. This deck doesn't have Titan. No, that's kind of the idea. Is like you're like a low to the ground control deck, and Dryad is just kind of a good control card in a lot of ways in this list. You're playing Hour of Promise because it's cheaper. You can Sanctuary it. He could play Titan instead of Hour, though. I know some people do prefer that. Yeah, I think I'm interested in holding up Snare. I also am just, you know, fine enough with them getting to Spellbomb my Uro. And we have Force of Negation up for Boil. Working towards Field of the Dead. Generally in decent shape. They didn't Spellbomb my Uro, which is wild to me. People just hate using Spellbombs. And they hate drawing their cards off Relic when it's... Usually, like, when it's often the right time. Alright, we're not beating a second boil. Maybe we can. Just doesn't feel very likely, but we had a force for the first one. I think I'm gonna play this. Conceal the Field of the Dead from land destruction. Bloodbraid into Assassin's Trophy. Well, definitely glad I held the field. Yeah, Twitch is like, it's this time of day that Twitch is weird during. And I'm usually offline at this time, but I don't know why. Yeah, maybe it's coming back now. I want to purge the Bloodbraid. And then if I draw a fetch land, I can escape Uro and force them to crack their spell bomb without them drawing a card. Dryad doesn't quite fit the bill, sadly, but I'll cast it, I guess. What if we draw Hour of Promise? Now that they have to spend a mana sacking their spell bomb, which they can definitely do, but they just should have done it 2 turns ago. They could have drawn their card. They may not have missed their land drop last turn. They may have found something better to do. They got to use the mana and still exile the Uro, which is all that spell. Well, as soon as Uro goes to the yard, all spell bomb is getting to do is exile Uro. So just go ahead and take your trade, you know. Like here, if they have no land and Liliana in hand, just, you know, they can't play Liliana, or they can play Liliana, but they don't get their card. Yeah. And I'm not trying to just like hammer our opponent, you know, hammer the point too hard. I just see it a lot where people, they probably should be popping their relics. They're like light on resources. They have like a fine exchange on relic, or they're missing land drops, so they have like a relic or a spell bomb, and they just never crack it because they just hate, you know, using their cards. All right, Hour of Promise is the best draw. All right. I'm going to gust this on the stack to play around Veil of Bummer. I have 2. They put the other one on the bottom. Interesting. Well, you have a pretty cute creature over there, opponent. I'm just going to go ahead and cast this new spicy fun of Omnath, Lotus of Creation. But your creature is pretty good. Didn't draw a fetch land. Fetch land would have been really nice. Can purge that. Although I'll wait and see if they play a Liliana. I don't think we need to be in any rush to purge the Wrenn. Seems like they have it. Yeah, if we had hit a land off of Omnath, then we get to stop this, which is nice. It's fine. So lots of good draws here. Just like the fact that any fetch land is a great draw is great, but we also have cards like Omnath, Uro into fetch land, Hour of Promise. Do I want a Mystic Sanctuary back, Purge or Gust? I kind of don't think so. I don't even feel like the Wrenn matters very much. And like we still just can Sanctuary something back later if we want to. I guess I didn't play around Maelstrom Pulse very well, but who plays that card anymore? I did play around Assassin's Trophy by doing this. I hope that this VOD is still gonna show up, and I think it will. But you know, I am the puppet today. I gotta play the league. for Little Fit. If they can kill my zombie, they kill Wrenn and Six, and then we're back to top decking. They get back Verdant Catacombs. I think one of their 2 cards is a land. I might be misremembering. You have Liliana number 2, Kolaghan's Command number 2. They shocked on the 10. Liliana number 2. 2 3-mana answers to the zombies. Glad we didn't Sanctuary this one of these. Get a zombie. So now if they attack with Tarmogoyf and they don't have another blocker, we can kill their Liliana. So that's is something. They have nothing. So many good top decks though. They just return a land, discard a land. No attacks. Valuing their Liliana more than my life total. We'll see how that works out for them. I'm going to not fetch yet. Can, of course, Mystic Sanctuary back Purge if we want. We might need to get rid of Wrenn and Six because they're about to Rimblum. Then we can Alpha Strike Liliana if we want to. Guess this all makes sense to me. We also don't have to kill Liliana. When we kill Wrenn, we're playing off the top and they're discarding like their Thoughtseizes and lands and stuff. Oh, they drew a spell. Yikes. Play Boil over Choke for sure. Like, you can Aether Gust choke, you can Teferi Bounce choke, you can get out from underneath it, but Boil kills the lands and is also instant speed and lets you play around counter spells. And don't even at me with the fact that you can Bloodbraid into choke. I don't want to hear it. Hot Master of Fells, crazy. Alright, so not flipping yet. We're going to need one of our game-ending top decks soon. Omnath into something. Uro, Hour of Promise. It's got to be one of these. It's going to be like this turn. Don't even at me, Big Ben. I know you can Bloodbraid into choke. Just play Boil. I'm jumping here. Alright, the fight continues, I suppose. Hutmaster looking oppressively powerful, I might say. So it's better than a fetch land, at least. Both at Wrenn and Six. I'm going to take this chance to double block Huntmaster. Running low on fetchable targets. Wrenn and Six is pretty good. Kills the Huntmaster, gains 6 life. I guess 5 life because we have to fetch. That was a pretty good draw, though. Wait, okay. I wasn't expecting them to still have push in their deck, but sure. They discard a land, probably. Yeah, Blackleaf Cliffs. They still have 1 card left. Big top deck. Omnath. Okay. Cleared the way for that from that fatal push. I don't think chat is all the way back, but it seems like we're getting some messages every once in a while. Alright. Oh man, this is actually pretty tough. Because they can just edict my Omnath. We can gain life if we just... Yeah, I'm just gonna bounce the Sanctuary, draw a card. This is a zombie. This is a Cryptic Command on top. This is 4 life. Tap bounce Omnath. It's kind of interesting. I feel like you just do this. Flips the Huntmaster, which is kind of a problem. Not something I thought I'd say today. Yeah, today is the one day that we don't crash. I didn't crash yesterday either. When the rest of the world is doing bad, I'm doing well, maybe. Veil also stops the Liliana Edict, so if they have like removal spell here, we could Veil. Our top card is Cryptic, so if they like Fatal Push the zombie, we don't Veil in response, because then we're going to get our Cryptic discarded, but if they like Fatal Push, we just let it resolve, then the Edict that we Veil. We kill Liliana. Fatal Push might seem like a weird example, because I feel like they wouldn't have many in their deck, but they've already cast 1. And they're thinking. They're definitely thinking. They make us each discard a card. I'm going to cast the Veil. Since this will make Maelstrom Pulse dead, I guess. And they're playing a lot of cards like Maelstrom Pulse, it seems. Bloodbraid Elf. Into Spyro. Must be nice. I guess I did just have a pretty good series of top decks. And we have an active Veil of Summer, which is also nice. They're trying to play a spell. I think it's something that Veil of Summer is stopping. By that pause. Or maybe they just like needed to fetch. John, the king of top decks. Always has the best top decks of any deck in the format. Yeah, maybe Twitch is back to normal. I haven't like looked for myself. Hey, Little Fit. Welcome back. Getting out top decked by John. Yeah, it seems like there's issues with the whole platform. That's why we were like low on viewers and stuff. Wow, I can't believe it drew Cryptic. Dude, they get to flip Huntmaster if we don't cast this Cryptic, and it kills the zombie, and then they Edict my Omnath. Poggers, dude. Oh, I can't Uro into Cryptic. Sometimes you just gotta have some heart in the cards, you know, or believe in the heart of the cards. It is nice that we're not gonna escape Uro. We're gonna cast Cryptic, you know. Why not Uro into Veil? Because this is better. I know that's a 1-mana Cryptic Command, but they have a big board. You could tap their board to maybe just kill them if we can trigger Omnath 3 times next turn. Like, what is Veil doing besides countering this Edict? I feel like I'm just being baited because Veil is the 1-mana Cryptic Command, right? Do I actually want to bounce Liliana? They get another activation. I guess another activation doesn't do much. Maybe I should bounce Wrenn. Fair enough. Do get to gain 4 life though. A little late on the wildfire. Back up to 23. Omnath gains so much life, it's absurd. Yeah, maybe bouncing the wolf token is good. You can also like reset the loyalty on Wrenn, which is possibly more important. It's kind of close. Like if they minus Liliana, it's not great for them. It's gonna die. It's definitely an interesting turn. It's been an interesting match. Maybe I was supposed to board out the Dryads. I don't know. Guess we can't trigger the Valakuts without them, but Dryad kind of feels like a pretty disruptible card in the matchup. Well, let's just not think too hard and top deck really well. It's a good plan, right? It's never gone wrong for me in the past. Definitely want to get the planeswalkers and the creatures out of the yard for like their Tarmogoyfs and Ooze. Huh. Well, there's not a universe where I don't cast this. I think we can cast... Cryptic if we want to. We also get to trigger Omnath a third time. Because we can filter the Omnath mana into a Oboro, pick up a Oboro, replay it, because we haven't actually played a land this turn. They have a spell? Weird that that was the spell they had. Don't really know what to make of that. I feel like maybe they could have killed Omnath first. Alright, I think I do want to cast the Cryptic. Let's keep the ball rolling a bit while I have the mana. If they have like Liliana, it gets a bit worse. I guess I'll kill the Wrenn as well. Don't think there's a huge difference between them being at 4 and 2. And they could draw a cycle land and then like draw 2 really good cards if we don't kill Wrenn. Yeah, we've drawn really well the last few turns. Obviously should have held the Cryptic. Play around that top deck Inquisition. Yeah, we're just at 30 life randomly. That I do think that's the biggest problem with, or maybe not the biggest problem, but it certainly feels like a really big problem with these decks is that they just gain so much life, and it's so hard. It makes it very difficult to race them. Oboro for the win, though. Guess I didn't need to float mana. And they top decked like they had Boil that game. They top decked Bloodbraid Elf into Spyro, and like we struggled. They discarded our Wrenn and Six that we needed for the hand. This is the second time we've had no lands in our 29 land deck. My opponent's playing Lurrus. I feel like I'm just not going to be able to hold up the snare this game. Yeah, it looks like chat is coming back to life. Looks like we're going to be able to pick up some more steam before the end of the stream. What was the last two? It's been a long day. I haven't eaten lunch yet. Sultai Shadow. Yes, thank you. Sultai Shadow. Stop discarding my Wrenn and Six, please. Guess we're casting that. We can get Fountain. No, don't do it, opponent. Oh, sorry, I thought they were gonna play Scourge. Their deck is interesting. Just came in, but seeing Uro makes me want to switch the stream again. Go ahead. Please do. If we get to path something, then we get to escape Uro. Chat says, please, I'll pay you $50 to play Uro. I'm gonna leave if you play Uro. What am I supposed to do? I'm just a puppet. You can't pull out my strings like this. I'll break. I'll break if you pull out my strings like this. Their draw seemed bad. I kind of want to trim a Dryad. Is that crazy? Maybe trim a Cryptic. Let's do that. Yeah, I think Twitch is back, thankfully. It's weird because, like, even though Twitch is down, some people can still watch on mobile, and, like, some people are saying they were watching on their PlayStation, but just, like, normal Twitch is down, and I think, like, if you're watching a stream, you can keep watching it, like, on mobile, but if you leave, you can't come back, is, I think, oftentimes what happens, which is strange. Yeah, it's so weird. You're able to watch the whole time, couldn't see the channels I followed. Yeah, I feel like this kind of weird, you know, these weird issues where it, like, kind of goes down but not completely has been happening a lot lately. Hopefully it gets fixed soon. But I also see it happen around this time of day, and I'm not usually streaming at this time of day. I'm going a little late today. That's also pretty interesting. Check Discord server to see my complaints about Twitch. What's I mean, no complaint about Twitch. I'm a Twitch partner, damn it. We love Twitch. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with this platform. Perfect in every way. What's that line from Mad Max? Where I don't think it really fits. But the older brother's, you know,
welcome, Spikelings, to the Shark Typhoon.
His little brother dies. And he's like, I had a baby brother and he was perfect in every way. Something like, I rewatched Mad Max recently because Esther had never seen it, so it's on my brain. But that movie has, like, some horrible. I don't remember noticing this in the theater, but, like, it seemed like they recorded, like, all the audio in post. And so there's, like, this really weird issue where they just, like, it's all dubbed, and it kind of took me out of it. Durasuchi, thank you for a Twitch Prime. Hope you're having a good day today. Appreciate ya. Welcome back. 4 Reign of Gore, that'd be awesome. Yeah, that goes, thank you. Hell yeah. Yeah, I liked it again. Esther had never seen it, and she liked it. Although she thought it was going to be a different movie. She didn't really understand what genre it was until, like, halfway through. I liked it. It's just the audio engineering was so weird. I have a hard time, I guess, articulating, but I just didn't notice it the first time. I don't know if you guys, or if it was just, like, for some reason the digital version was all weird. Does my opponent just not play creatures? What's going on? I think I'm gonna Uro. Yeah, prowessless prowess. The opponent has truly ascended into something beautiful. Seems like they're keeping bad hands. Yeah, maybe. Hard to still tell for sure, right? I could have maybe fetched and shocked to stop light up the stage from being 1 mana. Could also just like explosives. Yeah, Twitch is just kind of like fading in and out, it's flickering. Yeah, Fury Road is a good movie. I just like my complaint is that the audio is weird. I don't remember it being weird, and I don't remember anybody talking about it. But it seemed like they just recorded all of it in post and like dubbed over. And I just don't remember that being the case, and it was like a little jarring, and it's really not that big a deal. Play it, cast it, cast it, cast it, cast it. Have they already played a land? Oh man, 3 for 1? It's pretty good. Oh, I guess I wasn't supposed to fetch though, because they get to exile my graveyard, but we did just draw another fetch land. But what we could do here is they're not gonna, I think, correct their fetch in response to their lantern in response to this, and so we can save our Flooded Strand, one of our Flooded Strands, from the tyranny of Soul Guide Lantern. And then cracking now so they can't draw their card. Several other major sites have been hit too, including most social media sites, and either a major cloud bug or someone's trying to carry out a cyber attack. That's interesting. You're the first person to say this. After yesterday, anything's possible. Trump pushing buttons at random, maybe. Well, this is bad. I have a bunch of purges, though, or 3 purges and basic planes. And a prayer. Let's also have explosives, but only 2 colors right now. Yeah, I'm running late today. I usually run late on Dono Deck Thursday. It's part of the reason why I upped the price. Just like these 8-hour streams can be kind of taxing. Not that I hate doing them. It's just if I'm going to do them, I'm going to charge a bit more. We still have one more match after this. And I also don't mind going late today because we had to end the stream early on Monday and Tuesday. Any fun brews? I think all these are pretty cool. Yeah, I think all the decks today were pretty neat. I guess this doesn't matter very much. They could have another Blood Moon. And we could just Sanctuary back Purge. Bunch of sites are down at 4 p.m., most notably Twitter, which has totally shit the bed. Anybody want to wildly speculate with me what this could mean? Come to twitch.tv/aspiringspike to get all your disinformation. Disinformation Central. That's what I've always prided myself on. Is this the red-black mid-range deck? Probably is. You guys remember when this was a Magic stream and we didn't just promote baseless conspiracy theories? Such a weird direction I used to take the channel in, but this is way better. I like it more now. I'm gonna play around Blood Moon. to the best of my abilities. Cool. Ralph Macchio defeated the original Illuminati in Karate Kid, but now with Cobra Kai on Netflix. I've been really wanting to watch Cobra Kai, Ross. It's been on my list for a long time. Everybody I talk to says it's great. Well, they didn't cast Blood Moon. Spell Snare, the Croxa. Now, I think I'm gonna cast Spiral here. Path, the Croxa, with the trigger on the stack. Alright, so probably getting Temur Triome, and then we can Wrenn and Six with Remand up. I think that they very likely have a Blood Moon, they just don't have the third land. You can get Jeskai Triome. Do that. Yeah, I mean, I liked Karate Kid 1. I don't remember liking the other ones very much. But I'll check it out. Ross, I've also watched like eight seasons of the season since we last, had a conversation about it. I've been really liking it. Don't tell me when it drops off. I know you said it drops off. I can't remember when. I think we cut Cryptic against the Blood Moon deck. I don't know. I feel like the whole matchup just revolves around Moon so much. Probably play Boils too, so maybe we need Force. Probably don't need Path against them. Can play 2 Remand, 4 Gust. 1 Dryad. Yeah, I've seen Vinland Saga. I've also read all the manga. I watched this season 1. I really liked it. I read the whole thing. The next arc. I'm so excited for it. The next arc was like some of the favorite manga I've ever read. It's been a long and dark year. Here's hoping 2022 is better. What do you mean? I thought it was December 37th, 38th. Can't remember. The Vinland Saga manga is not completed. It's ongoing still. Keep this. Can purge a moon or gust the moon. Or remand the moon. Yeah, Twitch is finally back up. Did they play Magmatic Channeler? Okay, cool. Just that. Just you. Temple Garden enters untapped. I didn't know Vinland Saga was that old. Like, although I guess I probably should have guessed. I'm also a Berserk fan, and we're just like really happy when we get like 3 chapters a year, you know? That's like a really good year for Berserk. I've been watching Berserk or reading it since I'm going to purge this. Yeah, I think Purge is like a bit. I mean, they may bottom this because they missed their land drop. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean that wasn't a joke about Berserk. Yeah, I've been reading it. I got caught up in like 2015. That being said, we've gotten some really good chapters over the years. It's just they come slowly, of course. But I've been happy with what we've gotten. I'm gonna play this because of Field of the Dead. Yeah, I haven't read Tower of God. I liked season 1 of the anime. I thought it was good. Well, I'm like looking forward to season 2. Discard Spyro and push. If we draw a Dryad, they're dead if we draw a Dryad. I've never. Maybe I should just hold the Valakut. They have Kroxa, I have to purge, and then I discard Misty. They have Boil. They have to have Boil, right? If they're not escaping Kroxa. Boil only kills 2 of my lands, I guess. Good thing I keep drawing lands. Oh, they're just gonna escape Spyro? It's kind of weird. Maybe they forgot about our poor friend Kroxa. I think I did cut a Dryad actually. They die so often. I didn't cut it for Scalding Tarn. I guess I was actually supposed to hold that. I don't think it matters a ton. But I have to discard Purge to Kroxa now. So might as well have 6. Good enough for me. Okay, opponent thought I had stuff. No, I was just drawing 2 more lands. Going to game 3. Foolishly thought I had anything. On the play, I don't need any force. Play 4 Remand, 4 Gust. Alright, keep. I'm gonna play Valakut on turn 1. Opponent has not decided if they want to keep their 7-card hand or not. Wow, they don't have a discard spell. Weird timeline. Then cling my Strand. I like Cling to Dust a lot as a card. I'm glad that that card exists. I think it's cool. I declare Cling to Dust to be cool. Channeler. That card's cool too. Should be able to get most of our colors here, at least blue and white, which are kind of the most important. If they play a moon, we have a gust, reactively for next turn. Cling to Dust answers Faith Assuming. It doesn't at all. I mean, it answers one of the 2 cards Faith Assuming discards. If that counts. They're attacking, so they're going to play a 3-drop. So probably Liliana or Blood Moon. Ah! Joke's on you, I have a Plains now. Game over. So can we Gust? Yeah, we can't Gust, then Uro, then hold up Remand. But we can hold up Remand. So hopefully they don't go discard spell into Blood Moon, but if they don't, we get to make a lot of zombies next turn. But they're not going to replay their Thoughtseize if they want to play Blood Moon. They did have discard spell into Blood Moon. We have, a decent number of answers, but our hand is worse now that this is in play. That does not help the hand. This is not castable, and they're probably going to Thoughtseize it away. I think I'm just going to leave those in the yard for Uro. We have enough lands. Why did I say it? Because it was the good strategical analysis of the board, despite it being what they had. I mean, we have, you know, like 5, 6 answers for this, something like that. We have explosives too. No, we didn't bring them in. Probably didn't need to. They discard Fatal Push, and then they reveal another Blood Moon and a Lantern. They decided to go for Lantern over Moon. I feel like second Moon is pretty nice here. Athena's asking to go outside. Athena, I'm about to lose, so we can go outside soon. What is the logic for main phase in the Gust? Logic. I guess I just didn't need to.
Welcome, Spikelings, to the Shark Typhoon.
That's fine. We'll just draw a Gust. Was there logic? Did it allow me to fetch? Oh, did it allow me to fetch another island? Right. Main phasing Gust allowed me to fetch another island so I could remand. That wasn't what it was. No, I only have one island in play. I don't know. I think it was probably wrong. If I can't figure it out, it's probably wrong. I just decided to cast Remand. It does stop me from escaping Uro, but we can get basic island. Oh, I should have gotten back Misty first. Should have gotten back Misty. I mean, if they just spend their turn Blood Mooning next turn. Then, you know, we have all these zombies in play, get another top deck. We can cast Omnath now. Maybe we could have Jawed. Maybe we didn't have to Gust immediately that turn either, but it did make them sack their Lantern. I'm gonna leave the zombie horde back. Keep my Wrenn healthy. Yeah, well, we got the Gust exiled, sadly. Rimblem will be nice though. If we draw like any spell. Good analysis, Spike. Lots of good draws. Omnath, Purge, Gust. It's a weird draw. Does let us get our other basic forest, which is our last basic land. And we can start retracing it if we want. Sure, I think it was ultimate. Just like retrace this in the deck. I mean, it's like very good if we draw a Gust or a Purge too, though. Just, you know, then we win, kind of. And now we can also like theoretically escape Uro over the course of 2 turns if we draw another Uro. Guess I'll keep this Oboro over Strand. Also triple block. What's our desert count? It's not high. I'll tell you that. Field of the Dead should be type desert. I said it. I'm afraid. I'm tired of pretending like it shouldn't be. My opponent hits. Get another Channeler. Big draw step. Ah! Can't believe we drew another land in our 29 land deck. Guess I'll do it again. Thinning, we're thinning. Thinning. No, my Valakut. And they attack me down to 7? Gross. Well, I can't retrace Hour now. I guess I should have waited. I don't know. I'm just gonna play around instant speed land destruction. And make a field full of zombies. Maybe I don't go to 3 though. Yes, because the Kroxa deck. Been a cool game, win or lose. For discards, they discard Seasoned Pyromancer, they hit Mountain Swamp. Don't know how to feel about that. If my opponent Blood Moons, do I fetch and just die to any Kroxa? And they have a Kroxa in their yard? I don't know. They discard Liliana though, and they hit Inquisition Swamp. Then the Inquisition, so they can escape Kroxa. Yeah, discarding Pyromancer, identifying that Kroxa is just like the only card that matters is pretty cool. Athena really needs me to... Athena, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Stop being so cranky. It's the last game. I don't think I've ever seen them play the Devoid Pyroclasm. Alright. GG. Connor has redeemed the pet Athena. Athena, she's not going to want me to be pet her, she's going to want me to go outside. Oh, she does let me pet her. Okay, I'll take her outside in a second. Let me just go ahead and end the stream real quick. Open our chest. Say what I liked, what I disliked. I feel like this is like a really good start for the deck. I'm not sure exactly what I would even change going forward. I would probably just run something very similar to this right back because everything felt fine. Nothing felt glaringly bad to me. And I think that this archetype is just like put Dryad of the Ilysian Grove in your team or control deck and maybe splash for Omnath and maybe not. Makes sense. I also think Path is better than Bolt right now because of the like specifically blue-red prowess deck. What's the next deck? No, we're done for today. I've been live for almost 8 hours. That's going to be the end of today. I will see you guys.